And welcome once again to another episode of Stu Him Productions presents
J&M Solve the World
Alcohol Review.
I am James.
And I am Matt. And tonight we have, I don't want to say it's the strongest thing that we've ever reviewed, but it is from the longest continuously distillery in America.
I thought that one with the buffalo on it was.
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
They even continued during Prohibition?
Because they made medicinal whiskey.
No, that's what the other one with the buffalo on it claims.
Right.
So when did these guys start? What do you have for us tonight, Matt?
So tonight we have a bottle of Old Forester 1920 Prohibition style. And the picture will be available right about now. Yeah. 115 grain. But, well, here. Before I get into the reading that I just did,
Okay.
let me go ahead and get this into our glasses to,
There goes a tooth.
to start chilling. And the best thing about this bottle, other than the cork, okay?
Just you can't get into it.
Yeah, that too.
If you're drunk, you're probably not going to have too much because you can't get the next bottle open.
Right. But it's got the label
Yep.
that goes up over.
Like they all used to have back in the day. Pop.
Okay, so let's pour a little bit in here. Pour a little bit in here. I think I got a little bit more ice.
Yeah, short me on the ice. I see how you are.
Okay. So.
Need some paint removed?
No, not really. Okay. The Volstead Act of 1920, which initiated prohibition in the USA, granted permits to 6 distilleries in Kentucky to continue to bottle bourbon for medicinal purposes. Through one of these permits, Old Forester continued to be produced as medicinal whiskey on Louisville's famed Whiskey Row. It is the only bourbon continually sold by the same company that has been available for sale during and after Prohibition. During this time, all whiskeys had to be bottled at 100 proof with a barrel entry proof of 100. The Angel's share would have created 115 proof whiskey after maturation. To pay homage to this era, Old Forester presents 1920 Prohibition-style bourbon at 115 proof. To represent the rich flavor profile this bourbon had nearly 100 years ago.
Okay, so it's the oldest bourbon distillery.
Yes.
Or that other one is just whiskey.
Right.
Yep.
As we've said before,
it was started in 1774. It's older than the United States.
Right.
Yep.
Now, the Old Forester 1920 Prohibition-style bourbon won a gold medal in San Francisco Spirits Competition in 2023.
Nice.
This is, from what I could tell, that's proofed, it's some of the strongest that Old Forester has.
Mm-hmm.
They also have barrel strength, single barrel, so on and so forth, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I mean, you don't see many bourbons or straight whiskeys that are above 80 proof. I mean, you got your 101 proof Wild Turkey. And, That's the only one I'm thinking of off the top of my head.
Yeah, and as we have said
there was a 151 rum,
right,
which I don't think you can still get anymore.
No, but you can get 150 proof Everclear though.
I thought Everclear was like 180 proof.
They still have the 180, but they've got 100. They've got a 150 now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But with this, it's just the fact that 6 permits were issued in the state of Kentucky, and they got one of them. And in Tennessee, only one distillery was able to distill during Prohibition, but it wasn't for medicinal purposes. It was for export.
Yeah.
That's the old Tennessee sipping whiskey.
Yeah.
That sour mash.
Because even Anheuser-Busch couldn't make beer anymore during Prohibition. Mm-hmm. They made like a seltzer and stuff. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've been up there, but they had, it was Fox something or.
Yeah.
But, they stayed in business because of that, but they couldn't legally make beer anymore.
Because their export wasn't, at that time, wasn't as big as it is now.
Oh, no. I mean,
the Europeans were still doing German-style beer.
Right. Well, Anheuser-Busch was German.
Right.
So was Coors. I mean, all your big beer producers came from Germany that produced here in the United States. But
yeah. Well, I think we should go ahead and let's give it a try. Salud.
Salud.
Definitely, definitely tell it's over 100 proof. Kind of took the breath away a little bit there.
Yeah, but I guess it's kind of like when you see a bucket or something and you think it's going to be really, really fucking heavy, and you go to pick it up and it's like, oh, it's not that heavy. I think that's what I was expecting a lot harsher. I'm like going, okay, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
Right.
Damn, that was pretty fucking smooth.
Yeah. Well, okay. You think of the last 100 proof bourbon that we've had, Rebel 100.
Right.
And how smooth that was.
Right.
This, I mean, there's a little bit of, to me, there is that little bit of harshness there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got a little bit, but nothing like what I was expecting.
No.
Maybe that's expect the worst and hope for the best type deal.
Right.
I'm detecting some caramel.
Funny you should say that. It's that's part of. Well, here, let me just pull it up.
Okay.
Again. Aroma, an intense medley of cherry preserves, drippy caramel, dark chocolate, thickened maple syrup, and seasoned oak spiciness.
Yep.
I got the oak.
Yeah, I got the oak and the caramel. I wouldn't necessarily detect the cherry, but if you're talking cherry wood, yes.
No.
Not so much the fruit.
The taste, I don't want to go over yet because that was the palate cleanser.
Right.
As we've always said.
Right.
But it's definitely, in my opinion, and $1.50 will get you a cup of coffee anywhere in America.
Except Starbucks.
I said coffee, not coffee.
Well, you can't even buy a coffee at Starbucks for $1.50.
No.
But I digress.
Yes.
But it used to be $0.25 to get you a cup of coffee anywhere.
Yeah, inflation.
But we're old.
Yeah. But I see this definitely, in my personal opinion, Definitely as a sipping whiskey.
Oh yeah. Sitting around out back on the deck, nice stogie,
Mm-hmm.
and just that over a glass of ice.
I'm thinking like late summer
Mm.
after heavy rain when the temperature
Ooh, yeah.
drops. It's not
Or-
muggy.
Or like tonight, sitting out and watching the storms roll in
Ooh. With a nice stogie.
with a nice stogie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you always got to
And
keep
your-
that
and
stogie
your-
going to
and
keep the
your-
bugs away.
And your weather app because the storms are rolling in.
You know what though? I wish I had thinking about it. I wish I had a projector that I could hook my phone up to.
Oh yeah.
Because that Star app
Uh-huh.
that we looked at when the
Right.
Northern Lights were out,
Right.
that'd just be cool
Yeah.
to project that out.
There
and
you
it's
go.
like it's awesome.
Turn the lights out on the patio and just project
Mhm.
it up on the ceiling.
Yeah.
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 Then you might need a left-handed stogie.
No,
No.
no. I think a good
No, I mean
Venezuelan stogie,
Honduran.
Honduran, Nicaraguan,
Mhm.
because those are readily available and not that expensive compared
Right,
to a
right.
Cuban.
Right.
A Cuban.
A Cuban.
Not
a Mark Cuban.
No. Or a Cuba Gooding Jr.
Or a Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, no. But you know what?
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Let's go. Salud.
Salute. You can definitely tell it's a bourbon,
Yes.
but it doesn't have that overwhelming bourbon
Taste.
taste.
Right.
It's to me it's really clean.
Mm-hmm.
You know, almost like a Scotch.
Almost.
You know.
There's not a harsh char flavor to it.
Right. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. That it's not as much charcoal.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's kind of tart.
almost, yeah.
It's got a slight tartness to it.
And that may be the cherry. And yeah, I mean that's just honestly really nice.
Taste. Dark caramel layers of malt, nuttiness, and sweet graham cracker, all warmed by green peppercorn and coriander spice, brightened with a hint of cedar.
Okay.
And the finish, a tart apple crispness, gives way to a long, smoky finish full of toasted marshmallow, chocolate, and graham cracker sweetness. Now, I don't
My taste buds aren't that defined,
Right.
but after saying that, yes, I can honestly say, yeah, I can agree with that.
I mean, it's like
I didn't notice it being that sweet,
right.
but the nut flavor, yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna. I mean, it does have that complex s'mores sort of flavor.
You know, and the true bourbon aficionados out there are going to say, well, you dumb fucks, if you'd have drank it at warm temperature, then you could taste all that. Okay, whatever. We like our whiskey cold. Sorry.
Right.
Or bourbon, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
We like everything cold.
Exactly.
But,
Except our women.
well, I mean, if it's a really hot night, You know, you pull one fresh out of the drawer.
If they're below 98.6, so
Hey. But I do want to thank Tishawn Troyer, one of the family that gave me this bottle.
The Familia.
You know, it's like I was talking to Dwight earlier, and I was saying, you know, I can't wait for my Familia to meet my family.
Mm.
And this is no respects on either side.
No disrespects, you mean?
No disrespects. What did I say?
No respects.
Oh, no disrespects, but my Familia is those that I have chosen to be a part of me.
Right.
My family,
Didn't have a choice in the matter.
Right. I didn't have a choice in the matter. But we've all been through.
Your brothers and sisters in arms.
We have been, not all of them, the ones that I've served with.
Right.
But we've been through a traumatic situation that has brought us together and will always bring us together. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I got a chance to sit down with a few of them during the Memorial Day podcast. Mm-hmm. I would love to have any of them come through the J&M studios. Hell, I'd even love to have them on the phone.
Right.
You know, they may not, because my family is spread all across, not just the United States, but the world.
Right.
And to get them on the phone for a little bit, it's just, it'd be great.
Right.
But back to the case at hand, the Old Forester 1920 Prohibition style Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Yeah, I said that right. Sweet. What would you rate it?
I'm going to go 9.
You're going to go with 9?
I'm going to go 9. Way better than that other sipping whiskey that comes from Tennessee.
Yeah.
You know.
Supposedly in a dry county?
Yeah. No, it is a dry county. It's not?
No, it's not.
Not anymore?
Well, I mean, now, in the town, like the town square right outside the distillery, you're not getting anything. But down the road at a convenience store, they had pint bottles, half pint bottles, and beer, and the receipt said Lynchburg, Tennessee. Matter of fact, my fiance at the time asked me, "Did you go to Lynchburg?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was bored." She's like, "Oh, okay. Well, you know, I just want to make sure it wasn't a fraudulent charge." I mean, I got a soda and I think like a beef stick or something like that.
Right. But
it was just the fact that, yes, I was at a convenience store in Lynchburg, Tennessee, and they did have alcohol. So you win a 9. You know, I'm kind of on the fence, but for what it is, I'm going to have to go with 9 as well.
Yeah.
I mean, an 18 out of 20, definitely not something that I would mix, because I don't know what I would mix with it to bring out any sort of flavor. Why? Exactly.
I mean, if anything, I might put a little water in it, maybe, but I think the ice would be enough water.
Yeah, I think you leave this on the counter or in your dry bar, and you leave it at room temperature, and you put some ice like we did, and you pour it in the ice, and you sip on it.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't something you want to sit there and just pound with your buddies and get drunk. I mean, you can. But I think it's more of a...
Maybe 20, 30 years ago.
Right.
Days of me pounding any sort of drink right now, other than a caffeinated beverage, probably ain't going to happen.
But just sitting around having it and visiting, having some cool conversation and stuff, and
yeah,
I think it'd be really good.
So there you go, folks. The Old Forester 1920 Prohibition style Kentucky Straight bourbon whiskey, an 18 out of 20. Find it, pick you up a bottle. I can't tell you what the price point is on it because
Right,
it was given to us.
Give it to us, right?
But again, I mean, it's smooth. It's definitely a sipping whiskey, and
I mean, now we'll have to look for it around here.
Carl's.
Carl's has it.
Yes,
Do they?
our liquor store of choice in Buffalo, Missouri, Carl's Packaged Liquor.
Did she give you a T-shirt or something?
No, she needs to give us some free liquor though.
God damn it.
She did have a bag that I almost had to purchase.
Oh yeah.
It was a $45 mystery bag.
Ooh.
2 half gallons in it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
House of Stewart Scotch. And a half gallon of Carlo Rossi blush.
I think before I bought it, if I would have bought it, it would have been like, okay, are these glass bottles or are they plastic bottles?
Right.
Not saying that one is better than the other, but generally a glass bottle half gallon is a little bit better.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the scotch that sits next to the scotch that I got you tonight, that's in a glass bottle.
Yeah, that's which one was that? They have
The white label.
they're the white label doers.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have the something grouse.
They've got the Glen Levitt.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's something grouse there.
Yeah.
A friend of mine bought me a bottle of that for doing some welding on his trailer hitch for him one time, and it wasn't bad scotch.
No.
Not
at all. But there you go, folks. So give us a like, share us with your friends, subscribe to our channel, whether it be the YouTube channel, the Spotify channel, or wherever.
Follow us on Spotify.
Yes, follow us on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcast.
Or just set up for downloads.
I mean, you can do that too, but whatever you do, make sure you click the notification bell, or so you know when we upload a new episode.
Right.
So you can watch it
Thumbs
before
up.
everybody else does.
Because we may have breaking news.
The time is getting short to get the 200 subscribers on YouTube and the 100 subscribers on Spotify.
Right.
In order to have the first annual J&M Solve the World Barbecue Get Together Extravaganza.
Well, no, we're gonna have that anyway, but to get the calendar, we got to get those.
Yes, to get the calendar, and
we're having the barbecue extravaganza August 24th. Right.
Yes.
So.
And our bar will be open for samples.
But bring what you're drinking.
Yes. I mean,
we'll make you our midday snack.
The midday snack, the
Christmas shot.
The Christmas shot, the white peanut, the Tri-Nations.
Mm-hmm. We need to try that one again too, because we were talking about that with the different scotch and
different Irish whiskey.
Yep.
The bourbon. I mean, we can go one of two ways. We can go
that could be that
Old
one there.
Forester,
yeah,
or the Rebel 100.
Right. Yep. Either one of them would be pretty damn good.
Yeah. But make sure that when you come out to the J&M Solve the World Barbecue Get Together Extravaganza, that you have a plan, because we are going to be drinking responsible, and no one, and I say this with 100% conviction, no one will leave here driving under the influence.
Right.
Because we don't stand that, and homie, don't play that shit. But until next time, you have just watched another episode of Stu Him Productions Presents
J&M, Solve the World.
Alcohol Review.
I have been James.
And I have been Matt. And until next time, you keep one fist in the gold, one foot in the gutter, and we will be seeing you.
Peace.